whoever's watching this. Today I'm going to be doing a review of these BS small brushes. I got this set. It is a set of 10 very, very good brushes. I loved using them. They were amazing. This is the completed look, but at first I didn't think I was going to be able to use every single brush, but I was able to use every single brush, and some of them I used more than once. I got them in a set on Amazon. I'm not sure what it's called, but I will have it linked down below. So the first thing I noticed right away is that they kind of have a purple-ish tint to them, or pinkish. It looks more pink on camera, but it looks like more purple in person. It's only some of them, so that's kind of strange. They smell really good, but I don't remember which brush it is, but I dropped it on my floor and it like broke. I mean, I was able to put it back on, but I'm definitely going to have to glue, oh, it was this one, but I'm going to have to glue it back on because it is very loose. So I would say that like the sturdiness of it is pretty cheap, but they seem like they're really soft and they smell really good. That was the first thing I noticed when I opened the package, was the scent. First, I'm going to moisturize using this lotion from Ulta, and now the primer I'm going to be using is Maybelline's Baby Skin. I'm going to be using the CoverGirl one because I just read the Maybelline one, and that is for normal to oily skin, and right now my skin is neither. I'm going to be using the Face Flat brush, and then I think I'm going to buff it out with this Face Round brush. Alright, so I don't really notice any differences. It applies like a very light, I'll talk after. I need a little bit more. Okay, that was a lot more than I needed, but we'll work with it. I kind of avoided this area because that's where I will be putting concealer, and I don't want to like do foundation and concealer because then it gets cakey. But I like this brush. Like, it makes it very natural looking and not super heavy, which sometimes Real Technique brushes can make the makeup look super heavy and thick when you want a more natural like look. So I think this did a pretty nice job. I'm going to be using the Fit Me concealer under my eyes, and to blend it in I'm going to be using the Face Tapered brush. And I'm using the NYC Smooth Skin finish. So it's very, very soft on the eyes. I did notice that it's a little too like dense, like there's just too much denseness on it, so it's harder like out here to blend it. For powder, I'm going to be using the Face Round brush. If you haven't noticed, I've been avoiding my nose because they have a specific brush for that, which I will be using. I just haven't gotten to it. I like how this brush puts on powder. I really do. It's like nice. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit so you can see. But like, do you see that? Like, it doesn't get like super powdery. It's like really lightweight, and I like. First, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl foundation again. And I'm going to be using this brush. I'm not sure what it's called because the smaller ones do not have a name, but it's like a small tapered brush, and I'm going to be using that to apply foundation on my nose. Okay. I mean, it went on nicely, but I don't see why this would have to be specifically for like small areas. It didn't make this more efficient. I think any of the other brushes would have worked just as well. So I think I'm gonna like use this for eyeshadow, I guess. And there's also a stippling one, which I'm going to use for this trouble spot. I'm going to set it with the face round brush. I'm also going to be using the small tapered brush again to apply some of this NYX eye concealer on my eyelid. I'm going to be using it as a base though. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. So first I'm going to be using milk chocolate on my lid, and I'm going to be using this e.l.f. professional eyeshadow brush. Now I'm going to use Semi-Sweet in the crease. And now on the outer corner I'm going to be using this angled fluffy brush. And I'm going to like bring that up and blend it in with. Now using Semi-Sweet and milk chocolate combined, I'm going to put that like here-ish with the same brush. Okay, now using this brush, which I also don't know what it's called, I'm going to be using Marzipan on the inner corner part of my eye. Now I'm going to be using Creme Brulee on like the middle part. Now I'm going to be using Black Forest Truffle. No, first I'm going to use Cherry Cordial, and I'm going to put that on the outer V. So it's just to darken it. Now using Black Forest Truffle, I'm going to apply that on top and blend into Creme Brulee. As a highlight, I'm going to be using Marzipan and like putting that under my brow bone. I'm going to be using this angled brush for that. I'm going to try this tapered brush for highlighting. So let's see how it works for that. I'm going to be using the highlights in the chocolate face because those are the most quality highlights I have right now. And I'm going to use white chocolate on like here areas. And then I'm going to use champagne truffle on like the cheekbones and here. I like that for highlighting. I'll most likely use this as a highlighting brush now. Like that made it like the most intense I've ever seen that highlight, so I like it. Alright, so I just put some argan oil on this color, Workshop City Color contour stick, and I'm going to be using this and blending it out with Face Flat Angled. Well, those lines are super uneven, but who cares? I've never contoured my nose before. I don't know how this is gonna work. But I like adding the argan oil to it. It makes it really soft. This is one of the ones where they recommended using the small angled brush. So I'm also going to try this small angled brush for the nose. I have to give props to this brush. That's the easiest that has ever blended for me. Like, even with the arm on, that's the easiest that's ever been. I'm also going to see how it works with stuff that I've used more often. So I will be using this CoverGirl one to set the cheeks and stuff. I can also use this face powder brush to blend it. And this is the face angled brush. I'm going to be using this for blush. The blush I'm using is this e.l.f. blush in Blushing, like I've mentioned. Really creative name. I'm so awkward with putting on blush because I'm so bad at it. Like I don't know how blush works. Just to keep it in lock, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Highlight in Deep Bronze. I'm going to redo the Too Faced highlight because I kind of covered it a little bit. So maybe highlighting comes after blush, I guess. So I got that entire set for $12. I was able to use, okay, I gotta blend out some of this blush. Wow, I can actually see it. I gotta say, they work really well. Some of the products I used come out way more intense than they ever had with any other brushes. Like even the Sonia Kashuk brush could not give me this kind of highlight. That contour stick has never blended out that well for me, and then I used that brush and it was like, whoa. So I definitely recommend these brushes. I love them right now. I could see them being in a favorites video soon because wow, like I don't know, I like these brushes, so I'm gonna keep using them. I really am. That is all for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.